So here we go.
And here we go, as we announce it's a Huns war.
Yep. And as long as Illuminati wins games, each game is going to be pretty important. So for the show, let's say that we definitely want Illuminati to win the 1v1 to make the other games staying important. What I notice is...
Yep, every match matters.
Yep, exactly. And the positions are weird. But I know that Illuminati does have...
Yeah, if you look at red, it's one of its small back golds is in not a good spot at all against the edge of the map and against some cliffs.
Yeah, yeah. And
It's also
that can be a big problem for Illuminati, for Mininaut, of course.
Got some elevation on the right side. And then for blue, blue has some nice back gold. Really good position overall, actually. So that works in Illuminati's favor.
Yeah. And I think that Illuminati shouldn't have any problem to find its opponent because it does have a great exploration system. Look at this, it's already crossing the map by the left. And okay, the opponent is already found.
That's pretty good in a match like this where both the AIs are on the same side of the map.
Yeah.
It could be hard for the enemy to be found.
Exactly. That's what happened with Yggdrasil several times in this tournament. It cost victories.
One thing that's surprising is that Mininaut, which is a mini AI, I think it had less than 100 rules.
Yep.
Has made it all the way into a final stage, round 2. So that's pretty impressive.
And it's weird because there are a lot of AIs made by UnfairestEel, the scripter, participating to this event, and Mininaut is the one performing the best. Over Doomsday, Juggernaut, UnfairestEel, Snake, Viper, Ranger. And Mininaut is supposed to be a mini AI made from Juggernaut, if I'm right. This is a mini Juggernaut.
And it doesn't necessarily mean that Mininaut is its strongest AI. It could be down to the group stages, the difficulty of the opponents it faced.
Yeah, in fact.
Just the brackets itself. But if UnfairestEel if he were around, I don't think he would be upset with his AI's performance.
Yeah, and
Alright, so we got...
Juggernaut used to have great performances in the Davis Cup in general.
But now it's just outdated by other AIs. So we've got blue attacking, hitting red's barracks, which is quite exposed.
Yeah, it's actually wasting time, and that's a problem because Mininaut is actually researching Castle Age with 3 gold miners. We've got a second stable which is built.
So we'll see if Illuminati can switch off of the barracks and find the lumber camp, for example.
Yeah, that's maybe he didn't find any lumber camp, any mining camp. That could be the reason why it stays focused on this barrack.
And you're right with that theory. It's only found the barracks, town center, and the mill.
Okay,
and
look
farms.
at this. In fact, it just
there we
found
go.
the mining camp and it's eventually coming. Okay.
There we go.
Let's see if it's gonna be too late. We've got already...
Yeah, red's gonna have... Okay, nice. At least the villagers were sent off with the gold.
Oh.
Alright, does blue switch into spearmen? I don't see any yet.
Yep. And the military population of Illuminati is decreasing.
I think Illuminati is just saving up for Castle Age. Now he might start training some spearmen. We'll see.
Yep.
Now Mininaut is not taking advantage of this. His soldiers aren't attacking yet.
Well, but it erased the whole military population of its enemy. That's already a good achievement. I think that it starts attacking when it does have like 10 or more knights, so it should come soon now.
Right.
And in fact, look at the blues lumber camps. Illuminati is really exposed. Unfortunately,
Yep,
it does
got
have
a
one
tower to defend them.
Yeah, I'm
Yes.
not sure that this tower will help that much against those many
Not
knights.
against knights. Yeah. Alright, Red's got almost a dozen knights now. He's going to need to attack soon to take advantage, and they're coming now.
Yeah, it looks like 14 knights were needed to launch the attack.
Blue's got some crossbows and cavalry archers, so this might help a little bit.
Yep.
The spearmen are mostly dead. Alright, so Blue drove off that attack, but Blue's way behind on villager population.
In fact, but it's time now to punish Mininaut.
Let's see what those cav archers do. Red responds with cav archers of its own.
Yeah. I'm not sure it's responding. I think it's just training this.
The standard units, yeah, not countering at all. And Red seems to be wanting to build a forward building somewhere. Losing a lot of villagers in the process.
Well, it's a shame to see that castle, which could have been in a better position.
Right. Seems like it's not the best strategy to build a castle by your enemy when you're under attack. Alright, we got a ram coming from Blue. Alright, and Blue sent the cav archers off to the right side of the map for, I'm not sure why.
Yeah, it's a close game. Illuminati is managing to come back. Only 6 villagers left at this point.
Alright, we got a forward archer range from Red. And this, with the AIs this close together, that could just be an ordinary archery range, not a forward one. It's hard to tell. Right now, Blue is just a few villagers away from evening the villager lead.
Okay, I go between the sound of the game. Just to be sure to
Alright, Red's attacking. Got a ram right by that tower.
Yeah, with almost the same military population than its opponent. And we've got a castle, which this time is in a good position. Look at this, just on the Blue's mining camp.
Wow. Now what Blue actually wants is for that mining camp to be killed before he sends villagers to mine gold from there. I think the AI engine will prevent that. We'll see. Because it knows not to send villagers to gathering spots under attack.
Yeah, that's a good question.
But I think we're now starting to see the effect of Red's villager lead. It's about 30 villagers higher now.
Yeah, I think that it's over.
40 villagers now. Yeah.
That's a advantage at this point.
Well, at this point, we might be seeing the elimination of Illuminati. It's a fun phrase to say. Not fun for Aleph, but there you go.
Well, I don't see Illuminati coming back. Oh man, it's over.
Alright, and there's GG.
It's over. You know what does it mean? It just means that Illuminati won't reach the semi-final of this tournament.
Yep, Barbarian, Yggdrasil are moving on.
Hello Marathon, nice to see you here. And yes,
Yep, Illuminati is out of the...
Illuminati is out.
Yep. So now with Group A, we're just watching to see if Yggdrasil can take a game against Barbarian. That'll be fun to watch.
Yep. But anyway, the World Games have to be played, so we've still got 3 games for Illuminati to increase the amount of points. Actually, it can reach the 3rd place of the Group A, which is actually taken by the Horde.
Yep, so would this affect the placement in the next Davis Cup?
Yep, in fact. Actually, Illuminati is seeded number 4 and the Horde is seeded number 6.
Alright, well, Aleph expected 2-2, and if Illuminati gets the 2nd win, then they'll stay ahead of the Horde in the seedings.
Well, the 4v4 should be clearly at the advantage of Illuminati, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Shouldn't be too hard.
Yep, I think 3 wins for Mininaut would be an upset.
Yeah, definitely. So here we go, 4v4. Expected civilization, of course.
But the question is, which civilizations are pockets and which are flanks?
Yep. Especially for Mininaut, it's interesting because as Teutonic, it does have a specific strategy as flank, and he is flank. So it will go for men-at-arms, archers, skirmishers, while the whole other Mininaut will go for fast castle knights. Well, Illuminati.
And then for Illuminati, we've got Hun's pocket and Teuton's pocket.
Mm-hmm.
And that should work out pretty well, I'd say. Both have paladins. Well, then Persians and Mongols are the flanks. I think Mongols out of those 4 civs are better places flanks than pockets, so that works out.
Yeah, because it can be so fast in researching Feudal Age, of course. But it does have bloodline anyway, so it does have decent cavalry as pocket.
Right. Both teal and red have decent but not amazing positions. And then checking yellow versus green. Green's got some exposed gold, but otherwise not too terrible. Green has some good placement for its first lumber camp in the back.
Yep. I think that the key of this game might happen in the early Castle Age, because Illuminati tends to be proactive with the knights in the early Castle Age, but after this it tends to be quite passive as Pocket, the time it reaches Imperial Age. So it will need to defend pretty well the flank in the early castle, and that way Illuminati should be fine for the rest of the game.
Yeah, and Teal was the first to the feudal age. We'll see if Teal can take advantage of that. Mongols bonus kicking in there. And Teal's going for archers. Might mix in some skirmishers also, we'll see. Looks like archers only so far.
Well, the main strategy for Illuminati as flank is almost always
I don't know if you saw
archers.
the Gray Scout in Yellowstown was just zigzagging back and forth. It was fun to see. I was probably the only one that saw it.
The Scout is coming on red eventually. Well.
Yeah, we'll see if Teal decides to retarget against red, but Teal's attacking yellow right now.
Yeah, it's something I already noticed with Illuminati. It happens sometimes.
Alright, but Teal hits yellow's gold mine as yellow was defending pretty successfully against green. So the players happened to hit the one Mininaut player that was training military.
Exactly, yep. I think it's a big mistake because red was exposed with the gold.
Alright, and it looks like Teal's trying to make up for it now.
Yeah, it's definitely
that might be too late.
It's too late. So many gold for red already.
Yep. Could hit some villagers before the knights come, but
yeah, it is retreating.
Looks like, yeah. Teal's like, oh, they're in Castle Age. Too late to cause some damage anymore.
Okay, but blue is here.
Yeah, blue could cause some damage, even if they'll die against the knights. You've got one villager down for red, but that might be it.
Yep, that's only one, and red won the battle.
But yellow's under attack pretty seriously. You got teal and gray.
I don't know why Teal keeps sending units on yellow regularly. Oh, purple and red are gonna be too strong together. That's so many knights already.
Yes, and green's under attack as well from orange.
Okay.
This could turn into a 2v4 pretty quickly.
Well, if Illuminati loses this game, I would be really upset.
Yeah. The blue and gray are booming pretty well, at least villager-wise. But that 2v4, that might not be enough.
Well, this is gonna be paladins versus knights. But I'm scared that it's gonna be too many knights.
Yeah. Paladins won't help too much if you only have 10 against 40 knights. And blue and gray gotta get there first. and neither player is close to the Imperial Age yet.
Yeah, but look at the military population. 115 versus 17.
Wow.
Oh, if orange target gray, that would be so bad for Illuminati.
Alright, and Teal's town center is down.
Yep. Let's see if Mininaut does have good rules to target the next opponent. Of course, it's a 100 rule, so maybe it was not the priority of UnfairestEel when he made Mininaut.
Yeah, doesn't look like it. Alright, blue has some knights to defend, but not enough once Mininaut gets there.
Oh, the big red is coming. Red and purple on close to be on blue. One lumber camp, one house left, or few houses left.
Well, this is giving Illuminati some time. We've got gray launching an attack, it looks like. Alright, so we got blue going to Imperial, same as gray. Gray has just researched Imperial.
Well, the timing is gonna be crucial. And I'm scared that the green TC in the corner won't be saved that much.
Yeah, that's pretty close to red and purple's armies.
Yep, already.
Alright, teal's officially out.
Okay, blue is actually defending pretty well.
Yeah, but he's being triple teamed now.
Yeah, the pikemen are pretty useful. Well,
Yellow still has man-at-arms.
Yeah, the wall Mininaut are targeting blue.
Right, if gray can help out his ally, that'll be really helpful for blue. Blue needs it at this point.
Okay, so it's basically 1 versus 4.
Yep, and gray decides to attack. Maybe blue is lost at this point.
Yeah. Paladin coming soon.
Yep, that should help a little bit, but 1 against 4 is really hard.
Yeah. It needs to kill the yellow in no time.
Yep, and he's going to need some siege for that.
Yeah, it needs to be...
I think yellow might go down, but that'd be it. And green's town center was found. It'll go down pretty quickly. One good thing for gray is that well, at the point I'm speaking, none of the Mininaut players are in Imperial, but they're going to be Imperial pretty soon. The only one not advancing or already reached is yellow. Alright, gray finally has a trebuchet to knock down yellow's castle.
Well, I'm surprised by the units from the Persian Mininaut side. We see a bunch of skirmishers. That can maybe help Illuminati to keep staying in this game.
Right. Yeah, it's possible that yellow castle's not going down. Yeah. The ram from yellow came and destroyed it, and a villager's repairing the castle.
Yeah. Well, it's a shame the Teutonic doesn't have the siege rams.
Yep. Alright, but we've got Gray trying to finally help out his ally. Clean up these armies.
It's a bit too late, I would say.
Yep.
If blue was saved by Grey, it would have helped a lot.
Yeah, I'd say at this point it almost might be more important to target the enemy's base instead of all their soldiers.
Definitely. To kill the economy instead of a bunch of units. Especially when they are skirmishers.
Yep.
Does Grey have relics? No. That's a problem. That's another problem.
Right. So, let's see, looking at the enemy. Because Mininaut, of course, is the enemy. Red is going for Hussar, while purple, I saw Elite Skirmisher. I can't find a lot of its other armies. Yeah, I'm only seeing Skirmishers from purple. And orange as Paladin.
Okay, so the danger will come from orange, I would say.
Yes, for sure.
And yellow is slowed down, but it's definitely not dead.
Right. Its army won't be a problem. He doesn't even have pikemen.
Yeah, actually Grey is doing a good job overall, but he doesn't push any opponents. And regarding the so many castles for red, purple and orange, anyway, it would take too long time to kill any of those opponents.
Right. Red's getting Paladin. We got pikemen from yellow.
Yeah, and the main unit of Grey is actually just halberdiers plus a bunch of paladins.
Alright, Grey's officially the only one left, and might resign soon.
Yep. The world Mininaut are full population. Right? Almost right now. Well,
Grey's got all those castles, but they're going to go down to the trebuchets.
I keep thinking that the big issue in this game was when, which was the color? Green player, I think?
Teal attacking all the way across the map to yellow.
Because other side it was
Teal was
fine.
able to target red.
Yellow was under control, but other side red was untouched, and actually this is the disaster for Unity.
Right. Well, there's still 2 games left. You can get a tie at the very least.
Okay.
Alright, there's the GG.
This is a 0-2, definitely unexpected by everyone, I would say, because everyone bet for 4-0 or 3-1 for Illuminati.
So no one's going to get points.
Yep.
All right, so the next game is going to be the 3v3, I believe.
Yep. So here we go.
So similar civilizations, because those were the civs that Mininaut chose.
Yeah.
So we've got Huns, Teutons, Mongols.
And Teutonic is gonna be flanked once again from Mininaut.
Mongols pocket for both players. That should be interesting.
Mm-hmm.
So red and yellow will likely be targeted again. They'll be the first players targeted. Red's gold is very vulnerable, 2 spots forward of its base.
Well.
So Illuminati could take advantage of that pretty easily.
Yeah, he should.
If red is found.
If red is found.
It's not a given.
And have a look about the yellow's map. It does have a decent map, only if it gets the forest which is in the back, I mean in the border, but the rest of the forest are far or pretty bad with the lake.
Yeah. It's almost like the that forward lake ate up all the trees.
Yeah. That's typically a crap map for allies. Okay, it selected a not too bad forest, I would say.
Yeah. It's reasonably close to the town center, so not bad. Hopefully it will choose that backwood next to the border of the map as its second location.
Might be. I'm surprised by the fact that Mininaut tends to never bug, if you consider that it's a very few rules AI.
Yeah, that's pretty incredible.
Okay, blue did find green.
Alright, so blue has found yellow. And green has found red.
Okay, but teal is absolutely not exploring the good side. But it said that if green found that one, teal should focus that opponent.
Teal might be able to use his allies' exploration to find the right target. I can't remember if that works or not. But okay, teal I think has found red now.
Yeah, it's official. He did.
All right, so red will likely be targeted then.
So we can have faith to Illuminati in this game.
Alright, so teal's going for mostly archers with some skirmishers. Blue's doing the same. And the attacks seem to be going right now.
Okay, archers are coming on red.
Yep, the wrong side I'd say. You're not attacking red's gold. But that's gonna cause a lot of idle red villagers.
Right. Especially if red keeps trying to build a stable in the attacked spot.
Right. If red only has one stable built, that's gonna be hard for them to get the knights that they need. Plus, what's red resource levels? Okay, red has enough resources to go to the castle
but
age.
it doesn't have the blacksmiths, man. So the reason why it can't reach castle, so red is in a very bad shape. And in the other side, well, yellow does have a feudal age army, so it's not too bad.
Yep, defending against blue pretty well, I'd say.
Yeah, with men at arms, skirmishers, that's fine.
Yeah, they're not. They need to focus down the men-at-arms. But then archers and skirmishers will hit them. All right, we got knights from green helping out against red. And red does have the blacksmith now, and Castle Age is coming.
Okay.
And meanwhile, an attack from yellow is coming against blue. Blue got a tower up just in time to kill off the yellow soldiers.
Well, red does have gold to train one knight only. He doesn't have any more mining camp. And
purple's attacking blue.
Yeah, he's doing a good job.
Yeah, let's see what happens to this attack against blue. It could cause some damage, we'll see. Yellow's helping out with some men-at-arms. But red is being hurt so much right now. Red tried to build a new mining camp, but it's been discovered now.
Oh yeah, bad luck for red. I don't see where green is actually. Okay, it was home.
Yeah, green knocked down that back mining camp.
Okay, yes.
And so here I think we might be seeing what you talked about earlier, how the Illuminati pocket players aren't very aggressive.
Yep.
And I think purple is being a stronger pocket right now. It's really helping against blue.
Green does have a weird behavior in the Yellowstone.
Alright, so red's almost dead. Still has the town center up, but basically no villagers left. Blue is doing a little bit better, but is almost at the same point.
A little bit better. I'm not sure about this. I think it's the same.
You got double the number of villagers, if that matters for anything.
Yeah. As long as the TC is not down.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a shame, man. Look at the green knights in the Yellowstone.
Yep, they're attacking, but
And more are coming.
this could have happened a lot sooner.
And for some reason, the
Teal
Illuminati-
needs to retarget, I think.
Yep. Illuminati is leading anyway in this score. Despite.
Yeah, green
the
obviously has the villager lead.
Yeah. And blue and red are out of the game. Blue is not retreating just because it does have one stable.
Alright, and Teal's soldiers found a purple castle. Might lose a lot of units there. I don't think those Teal Rams are going to make it to the castle. Alright, so as it stands, Illuminati is a bit better right now. Mostly due to Yellow's economy has been hurt fairly bad.
Yep.
That castle's helping for sure, and Yellow can recover, but Green has a pretty good lead, and even Teal's better than Purple right now in villagers.
Yeah. And Teal is managing to defend pretty well versus Purple's knight. It's gonna be fine for Illuminati at this point.
Alright,
Okay,
so we got some capped rams going against Yellow's castle. The only Castle Age unit that Yellow's going for right now is Elite Skirmishers. You can call that a Castle Age unit. It's not the strongest army at this point.
And purple is actually doing fine versus green, I'm surprised. Okay,
Yeah.
Teal is eventually getting more and more units, but purple is maintaining the pressure. Arbalest versus Elite Skirmishers. Let's see.
I think the Arbalest will win just because of the age advantage. Of course, you can see that Green's armies are driving them off.
Yeah. Anyway, the siege rams were targeted by the skirmishers, which is not good for Mininaut.
Well, that's partly what the Rams are for. They're often considered a unit to counter archers, which is kind of funny.
But see, if one unit siege rams can kill the CC, it looks to be the case.
I always enjoy watching Mongol siege rams with drill. They just like zoom across the map.
Yep. And no
Nice.
more castle for
Teal's-
yellow.
Teal has a town center that took Red's main gold from before. Pretty vulnerable to purple, but it might stand.
Yeah, purple didn't see this.
Alright, so both of the Illuminati players are targeting the Mongol purple player. Lots of castles, but we got some siege coming in that should knock a couple of the castles down.
Yeah.
So right now I think it's a matter of time for blue and teal and green.
Yeah, purple is almost out of the game. It doesn't have military anymore. Just 3 units somewhere.
And yellow has so few villagers right now in comparison to everyone else.
Well, once again we can see that Mininaut is definitely hard to kill.
Yeah.
Especially versus Illuminati, because if you look at Mininaut versus the Horde managed to play with a better, well, easier, I would say. I think it's all about the strategy of the AIs versus Mininaut. When you stay a bit passive like Illuminati did in the first games, at least Mininaut can be pretty strong in the late game, or even in the Castle Age.
But in this game, the early attacks from Illuminati paid off, and we're able to cause some damage, get to them early enough in time.
Yeah.
Alright, main town center down for yellow, and the other parts of the town should be down pretty soon.
And purple is once again full population, but well, its army is not that strong.
They did destroy that forward town center from Teal. Teal's trying to rebuild it again,
In fact,
and it should be successful. Teal has paladins now.
yeah, eventually we got paladins in this game. And that's Okay, 5 rams are coming on the purple's castle. Oh, he's got a new castle in the front.
Let's see. Surprisingly, they might not be enough to knock it down. We'll see. Nope. But out of the 4 or 5 castles in that area, only one of them is left standing. Maybe 2. If you look at the castle on the left. Lots of cavaliers for purple. Not a lot of halberdiers for the other players, or pikemen.
Oh, one more castle for purple.
The purple's building a new one.
Yeah, once again.
Hard to kill. Here we go.
It's confirmed how to kill.
Yeah, the Illuminati players are just throwing all of their units into the battle, just in mobs. If the AI can manage to just get all of the units together in one place and make a big push, that would probably knock purple out.
Yeah. And really purple is impressive.
Another issue is that green keeps on focusing on yellow.
Yeah, and purple is once again almost full population. Despite the harassment from 2 players.
So the last castle in that area should be going down now.
Yeah, and purple is close to build a new castle, just 100 stone is missing. Okay, no more castle to defend. This time the economy can be reached. Okay, so we've got 1 victory for Illuminati, even 3.
Yep. One more for Illuminati and that will put them ahead of the Horde.
Yeah, you're true.
Now green's getting close to purple's trade. The main town center is already down, so the trade doesn't matter much at this point.
And with the same amount of points between Illuminati and the Horde, I will have to play a tiebreak because their own score were 2-2.
Well, the Illuminati has one more chance to get a win.
Yep.
But yeah, if the Illuminati loses that game, right?
Well, this tiebreak wouldn't be played tonight anyway because we've got a lot more games to watch.
Yep, 16 is already a lot of games.
Yeah. Well, we did already 16. The last Saturday, if I'm right.
Mm-hmm. All right, well, we got 6 and no villagers left for Mininaut. I think it's down to just taking out buildings. Mininaut probably doesn't have space for resign rules.
Well, in fact, it's time to leave the game. And let's go for the 2v2.
Alright, GG, Illuminati. Yeah, each match of this finals round, it starts out as a 1v1, and then second game's a 4v4, and then a 3v3, and then a 2v2. So you get to see AIs showing off their 1v1 skills and then their team skills. Just looking at the chat here and see whatever questions we can answer.
Oh, this is right. Let me fix this. That's done. Okay, so here we go for the 2v2.
Yeah, French Vipers fan, looking at your question on how AIs play on different difficulties. I don't know if this changed in later versions, but with the original game and user patch, the AI is in difficulties lower than hard, maybe even moderate or easy or easiest. They actually slowed down. So I can't remember if it's unit training speed or production, that is actually slower. It's kind of a negative handicap against AIs. And also in easiest and standard difficulty, AIs will not target villagers. So that's a big reason why these tournaments are always run in hard difficulty, because that's the level when AIs don't have any handicap against them.
Okay, so here we go.
All right, Huns and Teutons.
So let's check.
So
the
once
map.
again,
Mininaut as Huns as a clearly exposed gold.
yeah,
And Yellowstone, well, it depends on the gold selected by the player, but if the main gold is selected, it's definitely a good map.
yep, and then Blue's gold is not good if it does not hurt quickly into the game.
Well, from what I saw in the previous games, I would say that if the Illuminati is not strong enough in the early game, that's gonna be pretty hard in the late one. We
Yeah.
need to keep thinking that yellow is a feudal rusher, which is a big difference with the red player, which needs to be killed fast.
Yep. Green does have a very nice gold location in the back,
Yeah,
but as you said, if Blue or Green are on the defensive, then Illuminati's probably losing anyway.
yep.
So let's see how long it takes for the Illuminati players to find their opponents, because I think that was the difference in the 3v3 we just saw, that they found them early enough in time and were able to cause some damage early on.
Okay, so green is on the way to explore the yellow side. It might be fine. It will find a meal, of course. Oh, yeah, it found the TC.
Yep, so they found...
It
Yeah,
made
will
it-
it find the lumber camp?
Yeah, it did find the second lumber camp, okay.
The one that's most exposed.
And the blue is finding red's town center. He did find the mill. I don't know what is the condition for Illuminati to steal the ball of the enemy, because he did find the ball of the red player, but he didn't try to steal. So, as usual, 2 archer range for both of the Illuminati. It's gonna be archers plus skirmishers, a classic.
And we know the strategy for the 2 Mininaut players. The Teutons will go for men-at-arms and archers or skirmishers, and then red will go for knights.
Yeah, it's a pretty similar strategy than Subjugator. When Subjugator goes for men-at-arms plus skirmishers plus archers. And it looks to work pretty well.
Alright, and blue's targeting, red's gold.
That's a good point.
Red has all of its feudal age buildings to advance to the castle age and is already going there right now.
Yeah, but red doesn't have the gold to train any knight.
Yes, that is very important. And I don't know if red would have any rules to make a market in this case. He doesn't have the wit for it anyway.
I think it doesn't have any rule for this.
Yeah, that's a pretty complex case where you build a market if your gold has been taken away from you. Meanwhile, yellow is doing just fine. Beat off green's attack. But I'd say blue's attack against red has been successful.
Exactly.
And that should make the biggest difference.
Yeah, I think that they easily can deal with yellow anyway. The big danger is the strategy of the red player.
So I think we might be waiting to see if red will build a new mining camp in the back, but red needs to build up some wood for that first.
Well, I think that if Illuminati destroys the mining camp, Mininaut should build the another mining camp in the other gold field, I think.
Red's trying to build a monastery.
Yep.
That's going to help.
It's cooked by blue anyway.
New town center in the back, but blue spotted it. I thought they were going to chase the villagers, but they decided not to. And yellow was attacking green a while back, but that defensive tower was doing a good job.
Oh yes.
And killing off a lot of the soldiers.
That's so many bones.
Alright, so the red mining camp is going down, and a new mining camp is going up on the back gold.
Yep, it was expected.
And so we might see the first military units being trained this game from red. At this point though, red training military is not going to help much at all. Already down to 14 villagers.
Yeah. Yellow doesn't retreat its units from the tower or for the TC, but it maintains the pressure anyway. But it's gonna be hard now with the crossbows for green. Well, at this point, we already can say that Illuminati won this game.
Yep. It's pretty easy. So, looks like a tiebreaker might not be necessary for this group.
Yeah, I think it's a good point because we've got already so many games left.
Yep. Alright, yellow's in Castle Age as blues come in to attack yellow. There's a castle going up on the hill for yellow. We'll see if it goes up in time before blue reaches it.
Yep.
And it's gone. Now all those villagers building the castle are gonna die. And green's coming in to help.
Well, it's interesting to notice that Illuminati didn't do better than Subjugator versus Mininaut.
Right.
Okay, so I think that we can focus on the next set right now. The game is over anyway.
Yep, the big match from Group A tonight, Barbarian versus Yggdrasil.
Yep.
See if an AI can finally land a loss for Barbarian.